to subsidize this because the mortgage market is so incredibly critical to the U.S. economy, but it's a mess that there's a hard way to get out of. And, you know, there's plenty of blame to go around. This one is not just an Obama deal. It's not just a Bush deal. In fact, it goes all the way back to the Clinton administration in the very beginning of subprime mortgages. And so, Gary, I don't know the answer to that one. But the real answer is we have to balance this budget so that we start developing resources for things like this. You know, the country has no savings. The country has nothing to fall back on. And I don't know how many of you guys saw yesterday, France extended the age in which you can start drawing a pension from 60 to 62.
Yeah, it was in the Financial Times, and in fact, there's a lot of protest going on there because those quasi-socialist countries, you know, they realize now, they're starting to realize that you just can't do what you're doing because eventually you run out of people to take money from to pay for the people, to pay for the services that you're giving away to other people.
Now,
so
quasi-socialist countries like San Diego?
Yes, that's another one that comes to mind.
Who's now talking bankruptcy because they have somewhere between $3.5 and $4 billion in unfunded pensions and health care promises that they just year over year, union demand after union demand, ponied up and did it and figured, oh, it'll all sort itself out later, and now they're $4 billion in debt.
I'll be darned. No, I haven't heard that yet. So that's what's being bantered around there politically?
Yep. A grand jury actually reported yesterday on the health of San Diego and recommended a bankruptcy filing because they can never make up that $4 billion.
Oh, my goodness.
So these are the things that we need to be looking at, folks. And it was a blessing last night that the Senate failed to bring up enough votes. The Republican Party is holding a filibuster right now on this new bill that will increase the deficit by billions and billions of dollars. So much for this plan of PAYGO. You know, if I remember correctly, PAYGO, which the president adopted, the Democrats said they would abide with, says no new spending without either cuts or new taxes. And of course, the way they're funding part of this bill, that is a huge deficit builder, is they're going to increase the taxes on investors who put together deals, hedge funds, even real estate deals. The way that I see this legislation today, for instance, if you are an entrepreneur and you put together a real estate deal, and let's say, having done quite a few of those over my lifetime, a big commercial real estate deal takes you 3 years to put together, and it might be a $50 million project, and then you end up with a 20% carried interest in that for your 3 years of work, and you still don't get to collect on that carried interest until years later when rents come in or the property sells. Congress has decided that should all be taxed at ordinary income, and that's how they're planning on funding a big part of the deficit. Well, what that will do is that will cut down on people taking risk. People will just go, okay, might as well go buy some more mortgages from Connally. Might as well just, you know, sit here and invest in knowns. I'm not going to do anything new and take risk because the government's going to tax me at 39.6% plus 4% more for Medicare last year, plus New York piling on, at New Jersey at 60%, California at near 60%. Telling you, this economy is headed for a train wreck if we don't see some changes.
New York is broke, and what New York is trying
to do...
So
is California. They're worse than broke.
Listen, Tim,
they're underwater.
What New York is trying to do, one of its ploys to balance its budget, is it's going to raise the sales tax by $1 a pack on cigarettes. And, you know, you just got to scratch your head. I mean, the government, both statewide and federal, comes out and tells you not to smoke, but yet the same states, if they don't
Depends on the money. Hey,
trying to get the money from the people.
we got to
at
take a
Food
break here for those wonderful people that help bring you this show. So we're going to take a commercial break and be back with winning strategies. Call us at 800-336-2225. It's free, and we'd like to hear from you.
Don't miss a moment of great CRN programming. Log on to crntalk.com to get the latest scoop. Listen live, download past shows. Even find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Ustream. crntalk.com keeps you connected.